So these are the SMAVISTA permanent outdoor home lights. They have 16 million colors. It's 100 feet. It comes in different strands. You can use voice control. You can use an app and it runs through Bluetooth. They are waterproof, IP67 if I remember correctly. So we're gonna jump in the box. Warranty is 1 year. It is a AC adapter and your remote control is going to be 10 meters of distance. So I'm going to flip the camera around and we'll jump in and see what's in the box. And then I install them, show you what the app looks like, and we'll go from there. Okay, so in the box you're going to get basically a quick start guide installation. There's the user manual. I've actually installed these before. I've had this version before. So there's the Smart Life app, which allows you to connect everything. You have these little locking mechanisms between the two strings that you can connect everything together. That kind of is waterproof. You have the string lights, and then there's two ways to install these. You can actually screw them in depending on how your eaves look. I actually prefer the double-sided tape, and I'll just show you really quick on one of them. I can pull out. There's a double-sided tape right here. You peel this off and then it just sticks right in. You can also then screw in right here. And as far as these go, they are RBG CW. So there are different lengths that come in the box. And the part that I was talking about is right here. So this actually locks into your next set of strand. So there's 25 feet. And you can see right here. What I highly recommend, like absolutely must, is before you install them and put them up, is you want to make sure that every single light works. You run through the system, you get them plugged in, you can control them and everything like that before you actually put them up on your house. It's so much more difficult to do that after the fact. So you can see that these are already connected, the 4 strands, I believe. Yeah, so I'm gonna just double check, get these turned on, make sure that they work, and I'll actually show you. And then over here is where you're gonna have your control box. You have extra 3M if needed. All your screws right here. Some comes with a remote control. You have, just move some of this. Your outlet right here, and then you actually have an extender to go to the light. So you have this button right here that you can turn stuff on. So the part that I'm actually going to show you is we have an outlet actually up in our eaves. So it's going to be plugged up there, hanging back there, and then you can turn it on here, you can turn it on by the remote, or you can turn it on by your phone. So I can control everything from an app on my phone, which is really, really nice. So let me just get this plugged in and we'll see. We're going to check all the lights right now. So let me pause and get this plugged in. Okay, so I've got these plugged in. I haven't connected to the app or anything. I just want to make sure that every light works. So what I will do, remote control, I'm going to assume does not have batteries. But it's going to take 2 AAA batteries. So I will find those. But you can see from here, I'm going to turn off this ring light so you can just see kind of the color, not to give you a headache or a migraine or anything like that. But they're all working, they're all on, which also means that all of the connected pieces are right here. So when we're outside, it's really hard to show you, but these actually just twist on, and this is where the 2 strands meet together. Okay, so we've got the remote control connected, and I'm just going to walk you through this on the table and then show you some stuff outside when we get those finished. So you've got red, green, blue. Auto kind of just goes through everything. You can dim them. And then you have hundreds of modes, and it's easier to see in the app, which I'll show you in just a minute. So you've got this rainbow mode. You can go to holidays. You can go just to white, and then you can actually go to cool white. So you can see the difference there. And then when you go to a mode, you can actually play it. So there's different scenes and different things like that. So you can do holidays, you can do Christmas, you can do Thanksgiving, you can do 4th of July, different things like that. There's preset modes. But this is really, really nice to use and just keep, near the lights. And again, these are all season lights. So these are ones that you don't want to take down. What we've done with our other remote control is we just put Velcro on the back and just put it near our front kind of window behind a curtain, so you can't see it, but we know it's there, and then we can go out and control them and turn them off when it's bedtime or in the morning. If you have smart lights in your home, you can actually put it on a timer, which we've done with some other lights in our back of our yard. So let me just get outside and show you what they look like up on the house, and show you the app and go from there. Okay, so we are in the main controls. I just want to show you can add this through Bluetooth. You can see that I have some other devices with the Tua app, but when I go to my smart lights and I open them up, I have a color palette. So you can see right here that they're red. I can switch them over to green, and as I drag my finger across, they'll change to whatever. As soon as I let that go, if I want to just do white, again, I can change the temperature of white. So we just have these white lights right here that you can see. I can also change individual rows if I wanted to have it rotated. There's different scenes. And so as we go into scenery, we can do Flower Harbor, and you'll notice that this kind of just is going around the entire house. And I can do lotus flowers, and you can see here it'll go a bit light. We're still at dusk, it's not quite dark, but I wanted to show you this before we do that. So there's a ton of different things you can hear. Fireworks of the sea, you can see all of these different. You can do life ones, parties, trends, sports, festivals, Mother's Day, Father's Day, football day, Valentine's Day. So as we change this, you can see this is a little bit more Valentine's. And then when you go in, you can actually change, the speed of the individual pieces, and you can actually create your own scenes here. So I'll just save as, we're going to save this, and then it's a DIY one, do it yourself one. And you can see that this is a little bit slower. If I were to go back in and edit it again and speed this up to 100%, hit save, confirm, you'll notice those lights are actually going faster. So again, I'm going to go back to scenery and just go to Glacier Express here. If we wanted to connect to music, we could connect to music, and you'll see that those are kind of bouncing around here. And we turn this up, sensitivity. Obviously I don't have any music because I'm recording this on a different phone, but we'll go back. And again, this is where everything is here. So as we open this up, you can power these on, power these off, turn them on with the app. So I'm going to jump back in here and go to lotus flowers, and then go back to the power and show you. I can just turn these off, turn them back on. And this is all connected through Bluetooth or your Wi-Fi, depending on which you have is better connected. So again, these are all the scenes, and then we go over to the very end. This is kind of a countdown. So if you want to create different timers, you can create different timers of when these come on and when these come off. So one of the things that I was looking at is our porch lights are connected to the same DC outlet. So I may actually switch this to the other end where that's on a separate plug by itself. I think I knew that before when I did Christmas lights a couple years ago, but it's been a long time, so I couldn't remember. Anyway, so again, when we go to the brightness here, we can change these in any color that we have, whether it's white or a different color. We can still change the brightness of that. So you can see I have it a little bit dimmer if I want to go all the way brightness. So this is going to be an overlay. So I'll actually just kind of put this up where the flag is and the light. But I'm going to give you my final thoughts after using it for a couple of days, and we'll show you what that looks like. So final thoughts on the SMAVISTA lights. Easy to install. I think what you want to do is you want to map out. You can use like a measuring app where you do a laser and measure it on your house to make sure where you want to go. You can see that did our whole front eaves. We had to do a second line up on top, which we haven't finished yet. That's what these are for. And that'll be a double ladder. We'll have to get up on the roof and use a ladder on the roof, which it's a little sketchy. But remote control is super awesome. The app is easy to use. The voice control is easy to use. I think the color, the brightness of this are better than some of the other ones I've seen. Again, depending on your eaves and your roof and your kind of overhang and what you're going to do, You can decide whether or not you want to drill them, if you want to sticky tape them. Ours is metal. You can see that in the video. So we just stuck them in. One of the things that I forgot to mention earlier is that when I installed them, I actually just had a wet towel with me, and I would just wipe off the underneath where it wasn't like, so there wasn't dust or, you know, spider webs or dirt or anything like that. So when the sticky made the connection, it would stay for a while. It does come with extra of the double stick pads. You can actually get it anywhere if you need extra or they fall off. And then also there were some spots where the gaps maybe didn't line up. And so you'll have a little bit of gap in the rope. And what I do afterwards, I'm done, is I went back and I just double-sided taped those. And you'll see, and it's not the rope, but the cord, you'll see where you're maybe in between two pieces of the, you know, the siding and, or the eaves, and it basically, you have to put it on one side or the other. So I would always give it a little bit of slack, and so it hangs down a little bit. And then I would just double tape that up. At nighttime, you can't see any of that. I also recommend, if you're going to get these, is to make sure that you get that the cord and the lights and the strings of the lights actually match your eaves. So you have white on white or black on black or brown on brown or whatever. Anyway, so hope you enjoy it. They are fantastic. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you.